Oh, hello?
Oh, yeah! Ooh! You good?
I couldn't hear anything in my headphones for a second.
You gotta jiggle it.
I did.
Okay.
I fixed it.
This is the thing that drives Ben
Professional
insane.
podcasting, where the solution is jiggle it.
There's an episode of the Dudecast where Ben was getting irritated with his headphone, and I told him, you gotta jiggle it. I didn't even realize I had been saying that to him over and over again for several episodes. And Chris is like, he's doing this to mess with you. And I was like, I guess I am. I don't know.
You really aren't. Just you really do have to jiggle
That's
it.
what I said. It's like, that's the only solution. It's like unplugging and plugging back in the router. It's the dumb advice.
Yeah, well, it's so the plug of the headphones that fits in.
Yeah.
It just it doesn't quite. It fits, but it has to be aligned a specific way.
It's poorly machined.
Yeah, so you have to rotate and jiggle it until it works, and then not touch it and pray.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is not how I want to fill our time.
No, we need several more minutes of, oh yeah!
No.
No?
No.
We're not going to start like that?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think the 30 seconds of oh yeahs we had are perfect.
Oh yeah!
Now that's too much.
I like the
We're going to have to cut one out.
Yeah, engineer, go back and remove that, please.
Speaking of being professionals, I just wanted to briefly acknowledge you and say I'm glad you put a shirt on because we wouldn't want anyone to hear your partial nudity. It's a family show. It's not a family show.
I don't think I've ever recorded the podcast without a shirt on.
I don't think you have either.
No, it doesn't feel right. I
think it's funny that you're more comfortable doing work meetings without a shirt on than the podcast.
Yeah, I do.
It shows where your priorities lie.
I think it has something to do with just this is a more honest expression of my personality. And if I'm going to make weird jokes, I don't also want to be semi-nude.
Too vulnerable.
Too vulnerable.
Got it.
Right. I need a layer of cloth to make me feel safe.
Speaking of feeling vulnerable,
okay.
we watched Tusk last night.
Yes, we did. Which I'll be discussing with my movie group later today. Mm-hmm. That movie is super weird.
Yes.
Super weird, and I super liked it.
Yeah, so it did not get good reviews when it came out.
Right. I sort of feel like Kevin Smith always gets kind of both ends of the review stick.
So there's this thing with Kevin Smith where he's always been when he started, he was a very do-it-yourself guy. He didn't necessarily know how to do anything. He just went in and did it because you could do that.
Right.
And he decided to, and that's what he wanted to do, and he made it happen. And the movies he makes aren't they're not classic cinema.
Yeah, right.
They're crass, and they're him and his friends, and he made it a thing.
Right.
Because he wanted to, and because he could, and he did it. And I think that's impressive.
I do too.
I always like Kevin Smith stuff. I always thought it was funny. It's my sense of humor.
Right.
I enjoy it. I know it's not everyone's thing, but I think he gets shit on in this particular way.
Yeah.
Where it's professionals are Kevin Smith.
Yeah, right.
And it's well, fuck you. He made a movie. You made a movie. Who the fuck cares? And it's not it looks like he filmed it in his basement or something.
Right.
It's a movie.
He the other thing is when we saw him speak at Stambaugh, one of the interesting things is he's I'm not the kind of filmmaker that knows what all my lenses are. So sometimes I'll rely on my director of photography and be okay, what's the right lens for this shot? And I think stuff like that makes people think he's just not serious.
I remember a specific story he told once about working with Bruce Willis and going to the director of photography and being okay, so I want the shot, the one where it's wide angle and you zoom in and you get this. And Bruce Willis is you don't know what your lenses are called, and was insulted by the fact that Kevin Smith as a director didn't know this. But there are other people whose job that is.
Yeah.
And if that wasn't his passion to learn that, whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you think he's the most professional. The movie got made.
Exactly. And they always look good.
Yeah.
His movies, aside from
it's
Clerks.
Just I kind of how it's fun to shit on Nickelback and Guy Fieri. Yeah. I think for certain people it's fun to shit on Kevin Smith.
Sure, I think so.
Maybe that's why that movie partly didn't go well or do well.
Yeah.
Also, it's a weird, uncomfortable movie. It's campy, which is Kevin Smith shtick, you know? And then it's also grotesque.
Super grotesque.
But I am surprised that I didn't hear more about it specifically, or like you said, see screenshots of certain things.
How have I never seen the walrus figure?
Yeah.
Because that's such a shocking sight.
Yeah.
I can't believe it didn't make its rounds on the internet. I don't know. It was a good movie.
It was fucked up, but good. Yeah.
Anyway. What else do we got?
You took a 4-day weekend and have been beating yourself up, cutting down bushes, and
so tired.
Putting our garden in. And
I'm so tired. But
meanwhile, I've been inside doing nothing but eating bonbons.
It's not true.
It's not true.
No. But I'm excited because we have our Joe Pera style bean arch now.
Yes.
Now we just have to plant our beans or sugar snap peas, I should say.
For the pea arch.
It's a pea arch.
We
could plant some beans too.
We could.
Yeah, I was kind of still wanting to do that. Remember that guy? The dude with the bean collection?
Oh, yeah.
I still want to buy beans from that guy.
So do I.
We don't even necessarily have to buy that many, but we really should buy some. I don't know if...
Let's buy some beans.
I don't know if there's like a time that those grow better than... Like if they're like kind of like a summer vegetable or what. They're not really a vegetable. Some research. They're a legume. But yeah, it'd be nice to like buy something like that for the garden. We have twice the space that we normally have.
Yeah, because you put it in a new bed.
Yeah, and it's not going to be full when I plant all that stuff. So I really do have to think about like what I might want to put in there that I don't already have, and maybe buy some fully grown plants outside of my seedlings. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still figuring that out. But I'm exhausted.
We got a new toy.
We did. You mean the string trimmer? The
my
one that's
weed whacker.
Just my size.
It's my size.
It's just the right size for me.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we needed that. How do you have a lawn for like 6 years and not ever string trim the edges of it?
You end up with trees growing in your fence.
Yeah, right.
Which is what okay, so this happened because I decided I'm going to be more invested in the lawn. I've been doing yard work projects too. And I sat down after a night of doing some yard work stuff and looked at the yard and saw all the weird little trees growing up that we just never dealt with.
Yeah.
And something happened inside of me.
Yeah, you broke a little bit.
And I broke, and that began my war with the trees. And I like came inside, I went into your office, and I was like, you have to promise me that we're going to do something about these goddamn little trees.
Well, the only solution, naturally, was to go out with a reciprocating saw
at 8 o'clock at night
and cut them all down because you were so disturbed by them.
I was very upset. I'm still very upset by them, but they're gone. So now we have a weed whacker that's just my size.
It's just my size.
What's the brand? Ryobi.
Yeah, we got all the Ryobi shit.
And it's like the smallest, cheapest one that uses... like the batteries, like the same charger, different battery is what we have.
It's lightweight. It's easy to use.
It looks and feels like a toy.
Right.
It really does.
But
it's very easy. Yeah. And I won't get tired I won't get completely exhausted just from using it around the yard. So
there's like every other one they had is like this gigantic aluminum pole sort of thing.
Yeah, just unnecessary. And I probably wouldn't end up using them.
Right.
Because it would be difficult and unwieldy and
that was
fun.
That was my thinking is let's get something that's like the right size.
Just my size.
Just my size. Do we have anything else?
I baked a pie.
You baked a pie.
I baked a strawberry rhubarb pie.
A pretty pie.
For my dad's birthday. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I think to myself, you know what I want to do? Be very stressed. Let me bake something complicated from scratch. Because I'm not naturally a baker, but I decided a while ago I want to get good at baking. Mm-hmm. But the problem is the things you need to be good at to get good at baking are things I am naturally very bad at.
I don't know if that's true.
It's true. Like time management skills, remembering steps, following directions to a T. Like I'm a natural cook.
Yeah.
I want to...
improvise
throw things in, improvise.
Get jazzy with it.
Yeah. I am not good at following things precisely, knowing what things I can change that will not affect something important, and even if I do want to change that, how it will affect it, I don't know all of that yet.
That comes with time.
And I don't like remembering the steps. I cannot do.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is what it is. It's opening my phone, checking the directions, shutting my phone, immediately forgetting what I've read, opening my phone, getting distracted by the group chat, check the directions, immediately forget what I read, open on a loop the entire time I'm trying to make something.
You know, just print the goddamn thing. That's what I have to do.
That would be the easy solution.
I'll take a recipe and print it, and I'll have it laying on the counter.
That's the correct thing to do.
You need some strategies.
I have a smartwatch and a phone full of strategies.
Right. But
just not specifically for bacon.
Piece of paper that doesn't go anywhere and doesn't turn into a group chat or turn into something else.
But it's not technology.
It doesn't have to be. God damn it.
That's true.
Paper is not going anywhere.
Printing a recipe would be better in this situation.
Yeah. It works for me.
We'll do that
anyway.
next time.
Makes things easier for me.
But you know what I want to do now?
I'm assuming you want to play a game?
I do.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, you're in luck because I just happened...
in luck.
You're in... you are in luck because I happen to have prepared a game for us to play.
Well, gee willikers. Let's play.
Alrighty, let's go. It's a game called Truths and News. You mean to tell me why you wouldn't happen to mean...
It's time for Truths and News.
Time to play Truths. Everyone's playing our famous game, the game that's taking the internet by storm.
It's time for Truths and News.
A Merv Griffin production.
All right. What are you looking at?
I don't know where Leroy is.
Yeah, he walked off. He just toddled off.
Okay, toddled.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. I probably should be more concerned about it, but the fact that he's not making noise is so good that I'll just take that. So anyway, are you ready to play Truths and News?
Yes.
Okay. Would you like me to tell you what it is?
Yes, I would.
All right. Gosh, I'm so snotty today. I apologize. Truths and News is a game, an internet game, a news internet game, a game of news on the internet, a game full of news stories that came from the internet, except some of those stories didn't come from the internet because some of those stories are false stories. I made those stories up. They're false stories. They're the news. The other stories are the true stories. One of those stories is a true story. That's called the truths. You have to determine which of the stories are the true stories and which of the stories are the news stories, with a reminder that only one of them is true and two are news.
That was very weird, but very good and very fast.
I decided to kind of, like
accentuate
freestyle.
A couple things.
Yeah, I wanted to freestyle it.
Now, I have a question.
Yeah.
Is this a game from the internet? Because it wasn't clear.
Why, let me tell you, yes, it is, in fact, a game from the internet. All the stories except the two stories that I made up, those stories didn't come from the internet.
So the majority of the stories aren't from the internet.
No, yes, one of the stories is from the internet. One of those stories is the true story. That one came from the internet. The other two stories are stories that came out of my head because those are false stories or news.
Okay. I think I'm ready to play.
Are you sure you wouldn't like me to explain it again in a slightly different way?
So sure.
All right. Let's just move on then. Number 1, in an attempt to win a race nobody else is running, Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu suggests the country will attempt to clone humans from the 3,000-year-old remains of Scythian warriors found in the Russian permafrost.
All right.
Number 2, My Pillow guy Mike Lindell takes his ambitions a step further than anyone expected, announcing plans to run for the president of the United Nations and liberate America with the full force of the international community. And number 3, not satisfied with autonomous driving, a tech startup named Cabby is attempting to develop a remote driving solution which allows you to sit in your car while a driver pilots your vehicle over the internet.
All right.
You want to recap?
Yes.
Okay. Story number 1. In an attempt to win a race nobody else is running, Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu suggests the country will attempt to clone humans from the 3,000-year-old remains of Scythian warriors found in the Russian permafrost. Number 2, My Pillow guy Mike Lindell takes his ambitions a step further than anyone expected, announcing plans to run for the president of the United Nations and liberate America with the full force of the international community. And number 3, not satisfied with autonomous driving, a tech startup named Cabby is attempting to develop a remote driving solution which allows you to sit in your car while a driver pilots your vehicle over the internet.
All right.
What do you think? What are you thinking? What's your gut telling you?
Well, first I got to give mine.
Oh, yeah, right.
Number 1. You know what's a good idea? Clone angry frozen Russian warriors. Great idea.
Great idea.
Number 2. United Nation of Pillows. Here we come.
Crappy pillows.
Shitty pillows. Number 3. Grand Theft Auto Cabby.
GTA Cabby.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay. It's hard. It's difficult. I'm going to say number 2 is the true one because I feel like that's something he would try to do.
Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy, run for president of the UN.
United Nations.
Something he is completely unqualified for, but would absolutely think that he could do.
Right.
That is not a true story. However, I'm almost certain that guy's going to launch a bid for president.
Yeah, it seems like, yeah. He's got ambitions,
he's like
right?
gearing up. Yeah. God, he's so dumb. He's so amazingly dumb.
What's the true one?
The true story is that Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu has suggested maybe we could clone people out of Scythian warrior remains found in the permafrost. That is a true story and pretty alarming. Most of the time, at that level, politicians, or maybe not politicians, I guess he's a bureaucrat more accurately, don't float the idea of human cloning like that.
Right.
And what would even be the point, I guess? You're going to essentially just get people.
Yeah, they're not necessarily,
we've changed in 3,000 years, but
right.
Not so much.
Also, warriors, it's not sure, there are people who may have a build that lend themselves to being physical more than others, but it's not like you get a full-grown warrior.
Right. Does Russia think they're going to get an army of clone warriors?
They think it's a clone in cartoons where it just comes out as an adult exactly with the characteristics and personality of the one that you had.
Right. Does it just
you don't have to it doesn't have to be a baby first.
Yeah, it walks out of a tube covered in bones and swords.
It has some kind of leather garments and armor.
I feel like maybe that's what he thought. So he said basically something like, we don't know what we can do with it. Maybe not quite Dolly the sheep, but who knows? He was basically kind of suggesting, he didn't quite say, yes, we're going to try to make a clone army. Which, by the way, is what the Empire does.
Right.
That's what the bad guys do. Don't clone warriors, Russia. The bad guys do that.
it doesn't work that way in real life.
Yeah.
And B, just we haven't really dealt with all of the ethical quagmire that comes with cloning things, so maybe don't do that.
You ever wonder if they've already done it somewhere? I feel like China's already made a person.
I feel like
attempts.
people have probably at least tried. I don't know that they've been successful, but I'm sure there's trials going on that haven't been talked about.
It's like that guy we did an episode on way back who wanted to swap heads on bodies.
Yeah.
And he just his name was Canavero, I think. And he,
unbelievable that shit actually happened and had some funding.
Yeah, right. I don't think he's successfully done it yet.
No.
Probably won't really.
No.
It just seems way, way, way too difficult. But anyway, yeah, no. So that's a real thing that's a real thing that the Russian defense minister said. We're gonna make something resembling a clone out of dead warriors found in the permafrost.
Permafrost. He said it like that.
Found in the permafrost.
Found in the permafrost. He's only a cowboy. He's an old-timey prospector.
Yeah, there's DNA in them thar hills. Yeah, no, that's a real thing he said. Weird. But anyway, that's it. That's tourism news.
All right.
And in the interest of keeping this train on the tracks, why don't we take a little break here?
All right.
And then when we come back, you can tell us what we're talking about.
Will do.
All right. Sounds good. We'll take a break and be right back. And we are back.
And we're back.
It is the main segment of the episode time.
Yes.
Oh, I still have a whole mug of coffee, thank God.
Glorious. So as I was doing the end of the research for this, I started having this weird paranoia and feeling of deja vu that maybe we've done this before, but I don't think we have. So the topic is personality tests.
I figured it might be when you asked me what my personality type was.
Yeah.
I thought that might be connected.
Yes.
And that's what kind of why I wanted to get a test in before we started, because I just had a feeling that it would be important.
I have a feeling.
Yeah. Okay. So personality test. Now, are you focusing specifically on the Myers-Briggs or different versions of it?
We're doing a couple different things.
Nifty.
So we're talking personality tests and predictors here. And as humans, to generalize, and I'm a real human.
Real human Christy Davenport.
We often want to understand ourselves and why we do what we do and our place in the universe and society. And there have always been ways to generate this information and answer those questions, some more valid and scientific than others. And today I want to discuss some of these methods of varying levels of pseudoscience.
Okay.
So first, there's things like palm reading and hand descriptions. Nice. So I took a little BuzzFeed quiz.
Okay. You read your palm through BuzzFeed?
Yeah, it asks questions about like, oh crap, I'm going to have to do it again because it didn't say my results. But I can do this real quick here.
Okay.
So what size is your hand? Small, large, average? Yeah. I chose average. What are the proportions? I have a long palm and long fingers. How long are your index and ring finger? My index finger is taller, or my ring finger is taller than my index finger.
Mine too.
Which pattern most closely matches the majority of your fingerprints? Loop, whirl, or arch? Mine are mostly loops. Which lines on your hand are most prominent? Mine were my heart and my head lines.
Okay. I don't know what those are.
I was going to have you take the test, but it's
right.
I feel like for the matter of time,
sure,
there are other things I did involve you in. So this result says I'm disciplined. As someone who's very disciplined, you're used to saying no a lot, especially to distractions. That's funny. They keep you from achieving your goals. You live life on the straight and narrow with your eye always on the prize. It's not to say you're no fun, however. Quite the contrary.
Quite the contrary.
Your self-discipline leads you to forego cheap thrills and reap long-term rewards instead.
Okay.
I feel like somewhat true, but it's
much like horoscopes. There's something
generic
for everyone.
Enough that
most people can actually. It's actually. I would love to see a study on that, and I bet they've done it somewhere. I would love to see people asked to identify with a whole bunch of different statements and how often they contradict themselves in doing it.
I don't know that I've seen a formal study on this, but I have seen a YouTube video in which like a group of people were all given like a horoscope, and all different sides, and they all were given the same horoscope, and they all said it fit.
Right.
Or like maybe not horoscope, but like personality description, like zodiac description.
I think it's part of like the plasticity of your personality that you can identify with most things, even if you're not those things all the time.
Right. And this is the thing that'll come back, which is like generic information that you can relate to.
Right.
Anyone can find something in it. So.
Okay.
The next on the list, so this is kind of like old-timey, not really done anymore, but I always found it interesting and very obviously pseudoscientific. It's somatotype and somatotypes and constitutional psychology as developed by psychologist William Herman Sheldon in the early 40s. It's a taxonomy to categorize human physique relative to the contribution of three different elements that he devised called somatotypes. He named them from the three types of embryonic cells.
Okay.
So the categories are endoderm, which were the cells that go on to make the digestive tract, mesoderm, which are the cells that go on to make muscle, heart, and blood vessels, and ectoderm, which are the cells that go on to make skin and the nervous system.
I feel like ectoderm is what Slimer is made out of.
Ectoplasm.
Oh, that's it.
So constitutional psychology is Sheldon's theory that attempted to tie those somatotypes with temperament types.
Okay.
It has origins from Galton and eugenics, so poor start. He believed that the size and shape of a person's body indicated intelligence, moral worth, and future achievements.
It's one of those, like, things that crops up a lot in science of the time is dumb things like measuring the size of people's heads with calipers to figure out how smart they are.
And in a late version of like a very pseudoscientific thread within criminology that used this, in which criminality is claimed to be an innate characteristic that can be recognized through particular physiognomic markers.
Doesn't that just sound dumb right on the face of it?
Right. So in that specific branch, Sheldon contended that criminals tended to be mesomorphic. So let me go over the types here. Ectomorphic is usually, they're characterized as skinny, weak, usually tall with low testosterone levels. Psychological traits would be they're intelligent, gentle, and calm, but self-conscious, introverted, and anxious.
This is also just men they're talking about, isn't it? They mentioned the testosterone thing, so they must just be talking about men.
Yeah, because women can't be criminals.
No, women don't do crimes.
Mesomorphic, so what criminals usually are, according to them, not actually, characterized as naturally hard and strong with even weight distribution, muscular with weight training, thick-skinned, and as having good posture with a narrow waist. Psychological traits are described as competitive, extroverted, and tough. Endomorphic, characterized as fat, usually short, and having difficulty losing weight. It's me.
I was going to say, starting to sound familiar to me. It's that's me.
Described as outgoing, friendly, happy, and laid back, but also lazy and selfish.
Definitely. I mean, that's true.
Right. So we all know that's like total bunk. Like
it's like the most dumb stereotypes about people.
Right. And there's like so much more to your body type.
Yeah.
That like people have diseases and like health issues that make it hard to lose weight, or like in our case, like easy to gain, hard to lose. Mm-hmm. You might not naturally have been overweight, but you have health conditions that make it easier to be overweight.
I feel bad for this guy that he never met a generous fat person, because it seems to me like there's a lot of them.
Right.
He's like, nope, fat people are selfish.
Well, being selfish doesn't mean you're not generous. It just means that you might have ulterior motives.
Oh, that's true.
But yeah, it's not a very good... It's like, oh yeah, they're real fun. It's the way everyone thinks of fat people, right? They're real fun, but I mean, they're obviously lazy and only care about themselves.
Lazy people. I mean, that tracks with me, but that's not fair. That's not fair to everybody.
That works for us, but not everyone. Not all fat people.
Hashtag not all fat people.
But we all understand that anyone can be any of those things: intelligent, gentle, calm, self-conscious, introverted, like competitive, extroverted, tough, outgoing, friendly, happy, laid back, lazy, selfish.
These traits are distributed across people regardless of their body type.
Right.
Very weird to think of it that way.
Right. Moving on to the zodiac and horoscopes.
Nice.
So, zodiac and horoscopes are personality descriptions and divination based on astrology, which is the study of the planets and their movements and alignment. Mm-hmm. I am a Scorpio.
Scorpio.
Yes.
That's the coolest sounding one.
Yeah. So.
I think I'm a Capricorn.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
So real quickly, some significant traits. This is from horoscope.com. That's where I got all the information from because it was just one easy source.
Yeah.
They're passionate, independent, unafraid to blaze their own trail no matter what others think. Scorpio signs make a statement wherever they go. They love debates, aren't afraid of controversy. It's not true. And won't back down from a debate. They also hate people who aren't genuine. Kind of true. And are all about being authentic, even if authentic isn't pretty.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's definitely you. You have said something.
You are not pretty.
That's true. You're not afraid to be not pretty, right? No, like
judging by what you look like right now.
Some of the shit you've said on here, it's like you value truth over the pretty thing to say, for sure.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Both of us are a little bit honest to a fault.
Scorpio's greatest gifts. Basically, they don't beat around the bush. It's not exactly true in my case. Yeah. Blessed with a deep sense of self. Always able to say exactly what's on their mind, even if it's not what people want to hear. They're forthright and honest. Mm-hmm. I think they just repeated the same things in 3 different ways. Scorpio's greatest challenges. Oh, God, this hurts. It's all right to cry. Scorpio tries hard to seem tough, that they sometimes cut off their vulnerable side entirely. Stop talking about me.
I feel personally attacked by this relatable content.
Yes. Scorpio's secret weapon is their empathy. It may not seem this way at first glance, but watchful Scorpio can read a room very quickly and can clue into how everyone else is feeling. Because of this, they can immediately tune into someone who needs TLC and often know the right thing to say or do to change the mood or tenor of a room when it needs to be changed.
Watchful Scorpio is a cool band name.
Yeah. I think for me personally, that's somewhat true. But again, very general.
Yeah, like I found things in there I identified with too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think, is it possible? I never really thought about it this way before, but if there's any value to horoscopes, I guess it's kind of like tarot in a way where like you're being presented something that can be interpreted many ways. Mm-hmm. And so maybe it might help you to kind of contextualize yourself or like kind of form a narrative for yourself out of this sort of very generic thing. So maybe for people, it just kind of helps them organize how they feel about things that are already happening in their life, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I think especially like daily horoscopes and stuff.
Right.
Or like a daily tarot reading. The value of a tarot reading, if you do it for yourself or someone who knows you really well does it, is like...
sort of to tell you what you already know.
It's that association thing. So if you get a card that like implies something, whatever your mind associates it with of like what your struggle is or what you need to work on.
Yeah.
Well then that's probably something you need to work on because it's in your like top of your head, right?
Yeah.
So like if you think that's a problem, then maybe there is something useful in identifying that and knowing that it's on your mind and you should work on it.
It's a Rorschach test.
Right. Exactly. But it's not divine, you know.
Sure.
It's just like, oh, hey, you were thinking about this, so maybe it's something you should deal with. My daily Scorpio, my daily horoscope for today. With today's planetary aspect, Scorpio, you're likely to feel a rush of love. This includes love for family, friends, partner, and all life forms. The reality of spiritual advancement through love is all around you. That certainly is words. Your artistic sensibilities are very high, so you might want to write, draw, or paint something that captures your thoughts and feelings.
Yeah,
you, Dave, are in fact a Capricorn.
Ah.
Now, you are a cusp baby.
That's right. I heard that before.
So your birthday is the last date that a Capricorn can be. And so there's always discussion in people who believe these things that, like, cusp babies often have some traits of their sign and some of the one next to it.
But that just further genericizes a generic thing.
I just did your actual sign.
Yeah.
So Capricorn zodiac sign traits: smart, hardworking, fully in control of their destiny. Capricorn signs will always get what they set their mind to in both personal and professional life. No excuses. Capricorns may get a reputation as stubborn, not you, but they simply know what they want and also know how they wish other people would behave.
All right.
And Capricorn's greatest gifts: Capricorn is intelligent, detail-oriented, and will not take no for an answer when they want something. Their hardworking attitude is an inspiration to all, and they truly believe they can achieve anything with hard work. A Capricorn is always ready to learn new skills and see something they don't know, like changing a tire or boiling the perfect egg, as a challenge they must undertake. This attitude makes them a master of all trades, and they have esoteric knowledge that is impressive to all who know them.
See, this is the kind of stuff everyone wants to think about themselves.
Right. And I was going to say, like, some of that is true for me, too.
Yeah.
Like, I take things I don't know as a challenge, a personal challenge, too. So,
yeah.
Generic enough and positive enough for you to be like, yeah, of course that's me.
Why do you never read something that's like, Sagittarius is a real piece of shit?
Usually Scorpios are like the closest to that I've ever seen. Because it's like, you're conniving and you're cold and you're mysterious and you draw people in, but you could be a real bitch, and also you're just horny all the time. Usually what Scorpios
Is that
are.
what they say?
This one was pretty gentle.
Okay.
But your greatest challenges as a Capricorn: Capricorns can be incredibly hard on themselves and just as hard on other people. They can hold grudges and hold other people in their lives to impossible standards. Oh, man, I feel that. You set some real impossible standards for me.
I was going to say, I hope I don't.
No. Capricorn, I don't think you set any standards for me. You once almost let me take home a dirty piece
buttery
of buttery garbage crab claw from a restaurant because I wanted to. No standards there.
Okay, fair enough.
Capricorns sometimes see one narrow way of doing something, and broadening their horizons and perspective can be incredibly helpful in giving them and others a break. Capricorn's secret weapon: their tenacity. They believe that they truly can do anything. They'll dig in and get it done. They've said that multiple times. But basically, tenacity.
Okay.
And your daily horoscope: today is a great time to form or strengthen romantic relationships.
Okay.
Capricorn, if you aren't involved, chances are you will meet someone. If you are, well, this is what I want to know. Expect your relationship to develop a new spiritual bond.
What the hell does that mean? You want to do peyote?
All right. New friendships, particularly with people who share your interests, are on the horizon. You don't say. You're going to make friends with people who like what you like.
I mean,
and not complete strangers who don't like anything you like.
Today you will make a friend that likes none of the things you like and doesn't enjoy talking about the things you like and mostly just wants to get away from you. Today you will kidnap someone.
The coming years will be a time when everyone will have to pull together. Of course. Today you get a head start.
Wow. Isn't that heartwarming? Mm-hmm. I'm almost certain I'm going to end up spending most of the day playing Pokemon, so I don't really, I don't see it, but okay.
So, that was that.
Yeah, this is kind of one of these, this might be the most common form of, like, people assessing their personalities is through horoscopes.
Yeah.
Very unscientific, though.
Yeah. So, let's talk about human design.
Oh, okay.
So, Human design was originated by Alan Robert Krakauer, also known as Ra Uru Hu, which is the name he published the book called The Human Design System in 1992 under, after a mystical experience he had in 1987. It was my birth. That was the mystical experience.
You were the chosen child.
It's a self-help method. It's not a religion. Like, there's definitely, they're not like pushing any religious thing with it. So I used a website called My Human Design with Jenna Zoe, but just to give a little context for what this is, I cut off some of my information, God damn it. But it's based on a lot of different things like chakras and I Ching and horoscopes and like the zodiac and kind all kinds of things. But basically is a way to describe your personality and in like the best way that you should handle situations and what things you should focus on and things like that.
Okay. One of these unlocking human potential kind of things.
So the website, again, was My Human Design with Jenna Zoe. You can get a free assessment, but to learn what everything in the assessment means, you have to buy the videos.
Sure.
Which are $35 a piece. But you can get some general knowledge and advice from the free chart, which is what I did for us.
Okay.
So me first.
Okay.
So it gives you this chart with like a shadow of like a head and an abdomen with like different shapes, color different things with numbers in it. And then there's like different planetary signs with numbers on them on the outside. I didn't even get into what all that means.
That sure does look like it means something.
So, what the chart says, though, is my type is that I'm a generator.
Okay.
And let me read the description of what a generator is. Pure life force in motion. These people have an attracting aura and a juiciness to their energy. I've always felt like my energy was juicy.
I feel like you have juicy energy.
They are here to dance with life and engage their energy to move their community forward in a way that is meaningful to them. Mm-hmm. When they're doing what they love, people can't get enough of them. They're also the natural hustlers and doers of society. Common challenge, generators have to listen to their gut and honor their desires rather than saying yes to things they feel they should do. Because of their juicy energy, other people will want to use the generator's energy for their own benefit. Everyone's trying to take my juice.
You know what? Hold on to your juice. Don't let them take your juice. Keep your juice to yourself.
But generators have to be lit up and passionate about anything they engage their energy with. Otherwise, they burn out. I tell generators that unless they feel it's a hell yes, it should become a hell no. I kind of think that's just like good advice for anyone. Like if you're not enthusiastic about it and don't really want to do it, then don't fucking do it.
Yeah, right.
Like if someone asks you for help and your heart's not in it and you're not going to do a good job of it because you don't really give a shit, then just say no, I'm not able to do that.
That might be, of all the things I've heard here, one of the most general human problems. Like,
right.
That's common challenges to everyone that has ever lived, to like, you know, focus on doing the things you want to do and not what everyone else wants you to do.
Yeah.
So broad.
Yeah. My authority, which is the way you make decisions, is sacral, which means I listen to my gut.
Sacral.
Mm-hmm. I listen to my pelvis.
Sacral-licious?
My definition, moving past that. Definition is split definition. There are two distinct different voices inside your system.
Inside you, there are two wolves.
Right. They are both wolves. You are dead.
You are a wolf.
I couldn't really get a whole lot of information without paying money as to what that means. My profile is the 3 out of the 3/5, the Great Life Experimenter. Don't really know what that means. There's Incarnation Cross. Your sign is the sign that shows that you're living your design. So basically the feeling you'll have when you're doing things in line with like who you are and what's important to you is satisfaction.
Shut up. No way. Really?
Fucking obvious.
No way.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me you're satisfied when you're doing things right?
No, but listen, your not self theme, which is the telltale feeling that happens when you're not living your design, is frustration.
Okay, this is the most generic personality profile I have ever heard.
Yes.
Who doesn't feel that way?
My digestion is closed taste. Don't really know what that means. Your strongest sense is touch, which the description of that basically says like, whatever your strongest sense is, you should be giving back to the world in that way. So I think I should just be touching people.
I'll allow it.
My environment is shores and melting pots, places where multiple different elements or cultures come together.
Okay.
So that was also all certainly words.
What a scam to pay $35.
Also, I should make decisions with my gut, as I said, but also I have a defined spleen. That's very important.
Okay.
I have splenic authority.
I saw that in the chat somewhere.
So I found out about this because someone in a group I'm in on Facebook responded to someone's thread in part by talking about how she does this kind of thing and going on and on about it. And I'm like, whoa, that's a lot. And then telling her that she would guess that she has a well-defined spleen and has splenic authority. And I was like, this is the most ridiculous phrase I've ever read. And then that was a rabbit hole I fell into.
Splenic authority is not an expression I've ever heard before. I mean, I've heard the spleen used as a metaphor, I think just for resolve or something like that.
You know.
Yeah.
But no. Splenic authority. So Dave, do you want to know yours?
Hit me.
Because this is why I texted your mom yesterday to find out exactly what time you were born.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Did she? What time was I born? I'm sure she remembered.
She had to check your baby book. But 11:32.
A.M.?
P.M.
P.M. Oh, really? Like almost midnight?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I was a late baby.
You're a cusp baby and a late baby.
I was born on
You're
the cusp of a day.
You're a very cusp baby.
I'm super
cusp. Okay, so your type, are you ready?
Yeah, let's hear it.
You're a generator, just like me.
Oh, really?
So you get that juicy energy too.
I'm juicy?
You're juicy.
Oh, I wanted to be juicy, but I didn't want to admit it.
So your strategy is responding, which was also my strategy. I don't think I mentioned it, but it was. Your authority, so the way you make decisions.
Mm-hmm. All the
sacral.
I feel it in my sack. Am I doing this right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your definition is triple split definition. There are 3 distinct different voices inside your system.
Okay. There are 3 wolves inside me?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You have even more wolves than I had.
Oh man. I wonder which wolf is going to win.
Don't know. I hope it doesn't come for me next. Because I only have 2. I can't fight it off.
It's true. My army of 3 wolves defeats your army of 2 wolves.
The sign that shows you that you're living your design, satisfaction.
Oh, so when I'm satisfied, that's good.
No, you're doing good.
All right, good. Thank goodness.
You're not self-themed, the telltale feeling that happens when you're not living your design. Frustration.
I knew it. I just knew it.
Your digestion is calm or calm touch. I don't know what that means. I'm not paying $35 to find out. Your strongest sense is taste. So that's what you should be giving back to the world, which you do. When we can be around people, we cook for our friends and things. That makes sense. Your environment is caves, places where you can choose who you're around, such as your home or social settings you have some control over.
That one checks out.
That's true for you. But also, I feel like most people do better when they're in situations where they can control who they're around. So,
also, if you're 3 wolves, you should be in a cave.
You should be in a cave.
That's just the right place to put 3.
I didn't even think about that.
3 wolves belong in a cave.
Yes. We should be in a cave.
We're in a cave right now.
Both of us are in a cave. That's true.
We're in the basement. This is a cave.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, that was some pseudoscientific nonsense.
So that's human design.
What about my spleen?
Part of it. You also have a well-defined spleen.
Oh, good.
I made note of that.
I wanted to know about my spleen.
We both have splenic authority.
Good.
We're both juicy with splenic authority.
Juicy with splenic authority, and I feel it in my sack.
Okay. Go with me here.
Yes.
We're going to make goose chase themed sweatsuits. The back of the butt is going to say juicy.
Sure.
But the front over the spleen is going to say splenic authority.
There is a better chance of me jumping in a volcano than wearing those pants.
All right.
That's funny. So that's what is it called? Human design?
Human design. So next is Enneagram, or Enneagram of personality. Have you heard of this?
Never.
I feel like it's picked up steam again in the last couple years, but it's been around for a while. It's a model of the human personality made from 9 interconnecting personality types. The history and origins are disputed, but most contemporary Enneagram theories derive from the teachings of Bolivian psychospiritual teacher Oscar Achazo from the 1950s and Chilean psychologist Claudio Naranjo, who was influenced by earlier teachings of personality by George Gurdjieff and the Fourth Way tradition.
Okay.
I tried to look up what the Fourth Way tradition was, and it was a lot of blah, 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 blah.
Okay. Fair enough.
It was like very hard to distill it down.
Yeah.
Enneagram defines it. So Enneagram stands for the Greek words for 9 and writing or drawn.
Yeah.
Which represents the symbol that you get with your Enneagram result.
Okay.
So it defines 9 personality types represented by points of a geometric figure called the Enneagram, which indicates how the personality types are connected. As happens often with things like this, there are different schools of thought. Not all Enneagram teachers are in agreement.
Yeah.
It's widely promoted in business management as a way to gain insight into workplace interpersonal dynamics.
A lot of this stuff creeps into business because it's a way to sell it.
But also in spirituality circles as a path to higher states of being, essence, and enlightenment. So they're trying to get the money from both sides.
Right, yeah.
It's supposed to aid in self-awareness, self-understanding, self-development. They use it, they disseminate the information through seminars, conferences, books, magazines, and DVDs. The Enneagram uses some concepts that are generally accepted in theories of personality, but it's widely been dismissed as pseudoscience by actual experts.
Right.
I took a test from Truity.com. You had to pay for the more in-depth discussion of your personality, but the actual Enneagram was available.
Sure.
The official Enneagram test on the official website was $14, but I'm not paying anything for this. So.
Right.
So my Enneagram score, I was mostly a 9. I don't know if you want to look at this little graphic here, this colorful pie chart.
Okay, so different slices of the pie are longer than others, so that shows you which of each of those parts you're more of.
Yeah.
Okay.
So since I'm most number 9, and then a close second is number 1, number 2 is pretty close, number 4 is pretty close, number 5 is pretty close.
Yeah, a lot of those look very similar.
7 is a medium size, and then 3, 8, and 6 are the smallest, 8 being the very smallest.
Yeah.
So number 9, because that's my closest match. Well, I have to make this bigger real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, mate.
Type 9 is also called the peacemaker. 9s like to keep a low profile and let the people around them set the agenda. I don't think that really resonates. I mean, a peacemaker in general, maybe. I don't like conflict, and I like to, I'm diplomatic, but
This is another one of those things, though, where it's
you can find the things that apply to you, and it's easy to dismiss and forget the things that don't.
Yeah.
You remember the hits, not the misses.
Exactly.
So number 1, since that was also pretty big, that is... apparently I cut that part off. Number 2 was a 93. Oh no, here it is. Number 1 was a 94% match. Type 1 can be thought of as the perfectionist. Ones place a lot of emphasis on following the rules and doing things correctly. It's kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of, but more out of compulsion than desire.
Right.
Number 2, 93% match. Type 2 can be described as the giver. 2s want to be liked and find ways that they can be helpful to others so that they can be loved and belong. I don't like that they're calling me out like this. Number 4 is a 96% match. Type 4 is known as the individualist. 4s want to be unique and to live life authentically and are highly attuned to their emotional experience. Number 5 is a 96% match. Type 5 is described as the investigator. 5 seek understanding and knowledge and are more comfortable with data than people. I mean, we are doing this podcast.
Yeah.
Number 3 was only a 55% match. Type 3 is known as the achiever. They want to be successful and admired by other people. They're very conscious of their public image. 6 is 55% match. They're also known as the skeptic. So why is that not 99%? 6s are preoccupied with security, seek safety, and like to be prepared for problems. 8 was the least with 47%. Type 8 is also known as the challenger. 8 see themselves as strong and powerful and seek to stand up for what they believe in.
Okay, but that's really interesting because the least thing you were was 47%. Right. So it's really not as if you can be like... It seems like it's set up in such a way that you can actually identify with almost all of them.
Well, the point is you have a little bit of all of these in you, but it's how they interact and how much of each you are.
You have 9 wolves.
I have 9 wolves inside of me. Did I say what 7 is? 7 was an 84% match. It's described as the enthusiast. 7s want to have as much fun and adventure as possible and are easily bored. Okay. I mean, that kind of tracks. But again, there are bits and pieces of this. And I guarantee if I took this on a different day, I would get a different result.
Probably.
Because people are very changeable. Like,
yeah.
If you were tired and you didn't feel like taking the test, you'd answer differently. If you had just eaten and you were very satisfied, you would answer differently.
Right.
If you had a really good day, you would answer differently.
I've told you before. I told you today, but like every time I take personality tests, I get different results.
Right. But I know there are definitely people who put stock in this as far as like for business. It seems to be like a big thing. And there's always something people are doing for buying into for their business.
Yeah, right. It's like big group training type things, or it's like, oh, we're all going to figure out what we're like. And it's really just an excuse to stay in a hotel for a couple of days.
Right. So the next and the last that I did was Myers-Briggs personality test.
Right.
It's a questionnaire indicating different psychological preferences and how people perceive and make decisions. The test assigns 4 categories with 2 options each. So introversion, extroversion, sensing, intuition, thinking, feeling, judging, perceiving. And the version you took had added a 5th, which was...
I already forget. But it's like an additional dash something.
It was like assertive.
Oh, yeah. Assertive and, I can't remember the other one.
Something else. I thought it started with the T.
It was something like chaos. I can't remember. I can't remember. I think it was T.
So most of the research in support of Myers-Briggs validity is produced by groups affiliated with Myers-Briggs. It's regarded as pseudoscience by many, like a lot of these things, but there's still a lot of people who put stock in it and use it for determining what career they should choose or all kinds of things. I've taken it in the past. I'm pretty sure I got different results then than I got now, but I couldn't remember what I had gotten before.
Yeah.
So you had the same experience.
I've had at least 3 different answers, and that's too many. Frankly, like I could see you having a couple that you go back and forth between. Yeah. But if I can get 3 different results...
Again, it just depends on like where you are in life at the moment.
Yeah.
What you're feeling at the moment. Are you like... Did you have a good day? Are you tired? Are you angry? Like,
right.
It's going to change. I'd say of all of the things that we discussed, the ones that have more merit are the Enneagram and Myers-Briggs, simply because you're actually self-reporting something and getting results, and it's not based on like your birth date.
Yeah, right.
You know, and just like features that you physically have.
Yeah, or whether you're a cartoon strong man or a cartoon fat person.
Right.
None of that nonsense.
So I think if any of these have more validity, it would be the Enneagram and Myers-Briggs.
Yeah, I could see it. I just don't think it's all that good.
I don't think it's actually all that valid. Mm-hmm. So mine was ISTJ. That's what I got. Mm-hmm. And I'm a little confused because it designated me introverted, but it said 29%.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I guess it's saying of your whole, you're 29% introverted, 8% sensing, 53% thinking, and 4% judging. So that makes up the whole?
That doesn't make 100%. I think what it's saying is you're 20-some percent, like there's 50% would be dead even between the two poles of that.
Yeah, but if 29% isn't the majority, then why did they choose introverted for me?
Oh, well, you know.
Is it like I'm 29% introverted, but the rest was a total mess?
It might just be that 20% is like kind of where you would put the marker between 0 and 100, and that low numbers are introvert and high numbers are extrovert. Do you know what I mean? So,
maybe.
So if you were 70-some percent.
I don't really know how they do this.
I think it's. Did you take the 16 personalities?
No, I didn't take that one.
Okay, that's the one I took, and that's how they seem to do it.
I took mypersonalitytest.com.
Okay.
I was thinking of taking the 16 personality one, but I didn't take that one. Mm-hmm. So those are my results, and you said you were...
I already forget what
I wrote it down because I knew you would forget.
Yeah.
You were ENFPT, which is that extra one, but we're just going to go with ENFP.
Okay.
So basically the exact opposite of me, which is really funny. So you got extroversion, intuition, feeling, and perceiving. Okay. So let's talk about what those are.
Okay.
So extroversion is I like getting my energy from active involvement in events, have a lot of different activities. I'm excited when I'm around people. I like to energize other people. I like moving into action and making things happen. Mm-hmm. I feel at home in the world. I often understand a problem better when I could talk out loud and hear what others have to say.
Yeah.
The following statements generally apply to me. I'm seen as outgoing or as a people person. I feel comfortable in groups, like working in them. I have a wide range of friends and know lots of people. I sometimes jump too quickly into an activity and don't allow enough time to think it over. Mm-hmm. Before I start a project, I sometimes forget to stop and get clear on what I want to do and why.
Yeah.
I would say that makes sense for you.
Those all feel fairly accurate to me. I mean, also, like, the questions they ask you, you're giving the answers to those. So you should not have a result in these things that surprises you.
Right. Because you're self-reporting.
Exactly. Like, they specifically ask you things like, do you often start a project and then start another one before finishing the first one? Like, they ask you questions like that. So your answers should not be surprising.
Right. So introversion, which is what I got. I like getting my energy from dealing with the ideas, pictures, memories, and reactions that are inside my head, in my inner world. I often prefer doing things alone or with one or two people I feel comfortable with. I take time to reflect so that I have a clear idea of what I'll be doing when I decide to act. Ideas are almost solid things for me. Sometimes I like the idea of something better than the real thing. The following statements generally apply to me. I'm seen as reflective or reserved. I feel comfortable being alone and like things I can do on my own. I prefer to know just a few people well. I sometimes spend too much time reflecting and don't move into action quickly enough. I sometimes forget to check with the outside world to see if my ideas really fit the experience. I think that's like maybe 60% true for me. I mean, we obviously have a lot of friends that are shared, and I like spending time with them too, but that's a very carefully curated group of friends. Like, it's all people that don't exhaust me when I'm in a group of them.
Yeah.
And I say I do okay in a group, but I don't derive energy from being in big groups generally.
Right.
So the next is sensing, which is me, and intuition, which is you.
Okay.
So sensing, paying attention to physical reality, what I see, hear, touch, taste, and smell. I'm concerned with what is actual, present, current, and real. I notice facts and I remember details that are important to me. I like to see the practical use of things and learn best when I see how to use what I'm learning. Experience speaks to me louder than words. The following statements generally apply to me. I remember events as snapshots of what actually happened. Yeah, that's actually kind of true. I solve problems by working through facts until I understand the problem. I'm pragmatic and look at the bottom line. I start with facts and then form a big picture. I trust experience first and trust words and symbols less. Sometimes I pay so much attention to facts, either present or past, that I miss new possibilities. So intuition, which is what you got, paying the most attention to impressions or the meaning and patterns of the information I get. I'd rather learn by thinking a problem through than by hands-on experience. I'm interested in new things and what might be possible so that I think more about the future than the past. I like to work with symbols or abstract theories, even if I don't know how I'll use them. I remember events more as an impression of what it was like than as actual facts or details of what happened.
So the thing is, this is one where I'm not really sure that it got me. But the thing is also, these are spectrum type things. So you could be more or less of something. So I might have fallen on one side of the scale or the other, but not maybe strongly. I'd have to go back and look at my numbers. But
so the following statements generally apply to me. I remember events by what I read between the lines about their meaning. I solve problems by leaping between different ideas and possibilities. I'm interested in doing things that are new and different. I'd like to see the big picture than to find out the facts. I trust impressions, symbols, and metaphors more than what I actually experienced. Sometimes I think so much about new possibilities that I never look at how to make them a reality. I don't really, that doesn't
I don't know.
Sound overwhelmingly like you to me, but
I don't really get it.
Right.
This is one where I'm like, bleh.
So the next is thinking or feeling. I was thinking, you were feeling. I think what we're getting from this is Christy's cold and doesn't know how to process emotions.
Christy would like to be
and Dave is an open book.
Christy would like to be alone in a room, being very cold at the world. And Dave is like a dog who's running around with nothing in his head, licking things.
So thinking, when I make a decision, I like to find the basic truth or principle to be applied regardless of the specific situation involved. I like to analyze pros and cons and then be consistent and logical in deciding. I try to be impersonal, so I won't let my personal wishes or other people's wishes influence me. Following statements generally apply to me. I enjoy technical and scientific fields where logic is important. I notice inconsistencies. I look for logical explanations or solutions to most everything. I make decisions with my head and want to be fair. I believe telling the truth is more important than being tactful. Sometimes I miss or don't value the people part of a situation. I can be seen as too task-oriented, uncaring, or indifferent. It's like way too true.
I don't see you that way at all.
I see myself that way. Maybe not as much now, but I feel like there was a time when
it's so funny because just like I don't get that. Maybe that's just because that's not how we interact.
Well, right.
But I don't get that.
I am a real human. Ha ha ha. Feeling, which is your result. I believe I can make the best decision by weighing what people care about and the points of view of persons involved in the situation. I'm concerned with values and what's best for the people involved. I like to do whatever will establish or maintain harmony. In my relationships, I appear caring, warm, and tactful. The following statements generally apply to me. I have a people or communications orientation. I'm concerned with harmony and nervous when it's missing. I look for what's important to others and express concern for others. I make decisions with my heart and want to be compassionate. I believe being tactful is more important than telling the cold truth. Sometimes I miss seeing or communicating the hard truth of situations. I am sometimes experienced by others as too idealistic, mushy, or indirect.
That's probably true. I think that's more strongly true.
I feel like that tracks fairly well for you. There are parts of that I get for me too, you know.
But I identify with that one.
definitely believe that being tactful is more important than telling the cold truth.
Yeah, right.
Like, you could tell the truth, but you don't have to be an asshole about it.
Yeah, right.
But also, that's just like, those are just very general. Everything is very general.
Yeah, right.
So the last one that we'll talk about is judging or perceiving. So I was judging and you were perceiving. Mm-hmm. I think it's so funny that we got the exact opposite all the way down. That's so silly.
Yeah, that is funny. But then, like, again, I've gotten different ones, so...
And you didn't know my result beforehand, because you didn't even I had asked you if you knew what your Myers-Briggs was, but you didn't know.
Right. I had to take it again because I couldn't remember.
And I didn't tell you that I had done it and gotten a result. So. Judging, which was me, I use my decision-making preference, whether it is thinking or feeling, in my outer life. To others, I seem to prefer a planned or orderly way of life, like to have things settled and organized, feel more comfortable when decisions are made, and like to bring life under control as much as possible. Since this pair only describes what I prefer in the outer world, I may inside feel flexible and open to new information, which I am. Do not confuse judging with judgmental in its negative sense about people and events. They're not related. The following statements generally apply to me. I like to have things decided. I appear to be task-oriented. I like to make lists of things to do. I like to get my work done before playing. I plan to work to avoid rushing just before a deadline. Sometimes I focus so much on the goal that I miss new information. I think that's mostly true for me, but I also think it's mostly true for me because I have to do those things to keep my life on track, because I have to I have to plan a lot in advance to make sure I actually do things because of just executive dysfunction. And if I don't have a plan and stick to it, then I just won't get anything done. Right. So I don't think it's maybe a personality thing.
It's more pragmatic.
It's because I have to if I want to do anything.
Fair enough.
Yours is perceiving. I use my perceiving function, whether it is sensing or intuition, so yours was intuition, in my outer life. To others, I seem to prefer a flexible and spontaneous way of life, and I like to understand and adapt to the world rather than organize it. Others see me staying open to new experiences and information. Since this pair only describes what I prefer in the outer world, inside I may feel very planful or decisive, which I am. Remember, in type language, perceiving means preferring to take in information. It does not mean being perceptive in the sense of having quick and accurate perceptions about people and events. The following statements generally apply to me. I like to stay open to respond to whatever happens. I appear to be loose and casual. I like to keep plans to a minimum. I like to approach work as play or mix work and play. I work in bursts of energy. I'm stimulated by an approaching deadline. Sometimes I stay open to new information so long I miss making decisions when they're needed. I think that mostly applies to you.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, that's the Myers-Briggs. a little bit for everybody in all of them. Yeah. And that's how all of these work.
I'm trying to remember what I think that they called it, because 16 personalities has a little caricature for each of these, right? Mm-hmm. They create a little archetype for each one. Mm-hmm. And the one that I was assigned today is something called the campaigner. Mm-hmm. And I don't really, it's basically all the stuff you just said, but they have a little dude climbing a mountain. You're going to, I don't know. That doesn't, that's not me. But, I don't know. I climbed a mountain once. Mm-hmm. It was not a real mountain. It was going up into the mountains slowly. But I kind of went up most of a mountain.
Good.
I hiked in the woods.
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess
you're downgrading it.
Yeah. But I did climb in elevation quite a bit, so I guess I'm that guy.
That's obviously you. And you should base all decisions based off of that one thing.
Right.
So in conclusion, personality tests and the ways we find to explain why we do. So I meant to write why we do what we do, but I just wrote to explain why we do. Are probably mostly bunk, but also they're fun. Yeah, sometimes it's fun. And I think there is some value in
even the less scientific ones
about it. Yeah. And self-assessment, especially things that are that force you to like you said, the suggestion of tarot. Yeah. Doing something like that for yourself.
Right.
Or doing a daily exercise of what's important to me today, or what makes me happy today, or what is something I feel like I'm struggling with right now, and forcing yourself to react quickly and honestly. Mm-hmm. Anything that challenges you like that is just a good way to bring up what's on your mind and maybe be mindful. Mindfulness, I think, is what I'm getting at, is important. And introspection and thinking about these things.
Even when you read a horoscope that you don't really agree with, don't you still kind of come out of it no, actually, I'm more like this, or I care more about this.
You've still thought about.
You've just thought about something that you otherwise wouldn't have thought about and kind of put it on the front of your mind.
Right. You've reoriented your personal compass a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
But I think that it's good to do that sometimes. I think being mindful is good. I think caring about how you come off to others and how you feel internally is a good thing.
Yeah.
Not to the point of like obsession or it's all you care about or the only way you make decisions about the world. And I don't think you should be strict about it and be like, well, this test said I'm this way, so this is what I should do based on that.
Right.
But they're just kind of fun.
They are just kind of fun. I don't have a lot of beef with them until people start using these things to say charge $35 a video.
Right. That's the part that's
jerkwads.
It's like people start to believe in this and rely on it to choose what to do in their life.
Yeah.
And then you actually are paying money.
You lose some agency, don't you?
Right.
You actually kind of are giving up a bit of your own decision-making faculties, if you get too involved in this stuff. So,
right.
Yeah, it's good to be self-aware, but don't outsource your sense of self to, 4 letters on a page.
Yeah.
Be your own person.
Absolutely. Be who you want to be.
Yeah.
Couldn't be that serious.
Well, that's nice. That was an interesting
that little fart noise.
Yeah, that little fart.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh boy, that's the episode-ending fart noise. Did you hear that?
We're being farted out of the room. It's time to go.
Oh boy, there it is. That's that room-clearing fart. It's time to go.
We joke, but one day it's gonna happen. One of these dogs are gonna do it.
The dogs are trying to fart us out of this room. Mm-hmm. I'm sure of it.
They're trying to fart us out of house and home.
Anyway, I guess that's an episode.
Yeah.
Thank you for that one. That was fun.
Yeah.
I learned some things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure I'm going to take a Myers-Briggs again in a month and get a different result.
Yep.
But we'll see. I'm actually curious to see what happens if I take it again, like right now.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I do think it's funny that you got the exact opposite of me.
Every category. That's so weird.
Yeah, it's really silly.
That's funny because I think of us as so similar.
I do too. Yeah. But I think it just goes to show, like, the two sides of a coin, and you have many characteristics of each.
Inside of you, there are 8 wolves, and they are all at war with each other.
Yes.
And my wolves will battle your wolves at some point.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting.
Thank you, Christy, for a good episode.
You're very welcome.
You did a good job.
Thank you.
All right. So thank you out there for listening to another Goose Chase.
Goose Chase.
We will see you in a few more weeks with another episode. Until then, have fun. Enjoy your life. I don't know. Do what you do.
Do something.
Do something.
Take personality test. Tell us what you got.
Yeah, right. Tell us what you got.
Tell us if you have splenic authority. We need to know about your spleen.
We are taking an informal survey of spleens, so please contribute to our spleen survey.
This has been Spleen Corner.
All right. We'll see you next time. Thank you for listening as always. Bye-bye.
Bye. You've been listening to Goose Chase. We are Goose Chase Podcast on Facebook and Twitter. On Twitter, our handle is @GooseChasePod, and our website is www.goosechasepodcast.com.
If you have any topics you'd like us to research, please email us at goosechasepodcast@gmail.com. If you like what we do on the show, please rate and review us on iTunes and Google Play.
Want to go on a goose chase?
Ooh, yes.